try this one. Let's begin.
Alright, so here we have my wife's grandma's table. And what we're gonna do, watch out buddy, is we're basically just going to resand it and then restain it. And so basically we just want to make it look like new again. And so I'm going to start with 100, probably go to 188 grit, sand this all down, and then I'm going to go ahead and get probably some pre-stain. Then I'm going to stain it, and then I'm going to put the finish on it, and we're probably going to do it in oil base, and I'll talk about the difference between the water and the oil. I'm just taking knowledge from YouTube videos, so forgive me if I say anything wrong, but either way, you can go ahead and watch and let me know. So try to at least expand on why this needs to be done. Hopefully this camera's picking up. Looks like there's even like this weird white paint on it.
No can do. I can't use that. Can't handle.
So first thing with any sort of project is whatever you're working on, you want to make sure it's clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and pledge and get these little stains off real quick. Okay, so here's what I'm working with. I got my DeWalt Orbiter sander with a little thing to catch the dust, and of course my multi-tool that has this little sander adapter. Hoping that I won't have to use this, but there are some edges. I can go ahead and hit that, but we're working with 180, 220, 320. I know this might be a little high to start off with. If we have to, we could go to 120, but that's just kind of how I'm going to step it. To show you something is that, so I guess this table I was told was kind of by like an old fire pit.
Hey buddy.
And would leave the, I guess this is from sparks because it's deep down in there, it's past the stain. And so these are the ones that are taking me the longest, is trying to get in there and also get into these crevices, and like this I guess this is the stain coming up being burnt. I basically just kept switching around the sandpaper on multi-tool because it was starting to get really hot. Regardless, it is getting there.
I'm out of energy.
So a trick that I'm going to use to kind of get into these lines, because I don't have a router, so very, very gently. I have this saw that came wood with nails, and I'm going to just barely press the trigger and barely press any pressure. And it's going to be a longer process, but definitely better than the sandpaper in the hand trick, because I was not doing it. So day 2, I have a job and this is not it, so that's why it's going to be taking me a little bit longer. But anyways, I think the sides are good enough for now. They look pretty good, pretty clean, and I'm just going to focus on here and of course the legs. If there's one tool you should ever buy, it's a multi-tool. And of course, chickens. Say hello, chickens.
Hi. Hey. Hello.
Those are my chickens.
Challenge accepted. I don't like this.
So that was taking extremely too long, so I brought out the big guns. And so this is a diamond brush. Basically, I got it, so eventually when I had to restain my deck, I could use this bad boy. And this stain stuff is starting to like become like this nasty material whenever I try to use the brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And as you can see, it's working pretty well. You just gotta be very careful to keep this thing straight.
Extra power. Upgrade complete.
I've been going over with this 80 grain, After I did the diamond, I put these circles
Fail.
into the wood, if you can see them. And so I'm basically just trying to get them out. It was super easy to get off the stain with it, but it put those into the top layer, so then I had to get them out. One thing that was unfortunate was basically when I was trying to get rid of the stain, I got rid of the veneer right here, as you can see.
Fail.
And if we look at the photos before, they were already stained down.
Cool.
So I don't know if it just got deteriorated or what. So I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of way to basically cover this up. Maybe I can get some paints afterwards and basically try to make this look normal. But right now there's really not much I can do about it. So what I'm just gonna keep doing is keep sanding this down and make sure I get all the nasty stain from the top coat with the lowest grit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do everything like that. And then I'm just gonna go up into the higher grit and basically just keep sanding it up and up, so that way when I do stain it, it's going to have a nice coat on it.
Cute.
Next round.
To get over the somewhat obvious parts, I left the stains super thick overnight. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but I'm gonna keep staining this thing until hopefully it's pretty dark and those marks are gone. So this is what it looks like now. Clearly I'm gonna go over a rag and get this access and then restain it. Interlude of I have no idea what I'm doing. Literally trying to cover up those marks, and I think I'm just gonna make it as dark as I can get it. If I rub this in, you would still see them, so I'm actually just, I kind of like heavily
Fail.
put on the stain at those certain spots, and then I'm just gonna let it dry hopefully, and then I'm just gonna keep staining it a couple more times, and hopefully it will get that really dark color, and that way the whole thing kind of looks good. And I'm not really worried about how smooth it is, because I'm going to go ahead and put that clear on it afterwards, and I'm gonna sand it and do that multiple times, so it will have a smooth finish to it. Right now I'm just more worried about like what it looks like, so that's kind of what I'm focused on right now. Let it sit out in this 99/100 degree weather, and it's drying pretty good. Let me get my shadow out the way. I actually kind of like how it's looking. I think I am going to go ahead and do it one more time, and hopefully we'll kind of blend these darker / lighter colors together. And then what I really hope is just that these dark ones, these dark patches, kind of stay dark. Usually when you rub over the stain, it kind of moves away a little bit. And so I'm hoping that this heat will kind of, you know, cook it in. It seems like it's dry, but it has that little stickiness to it. So I'm gonna get a little bit more time, and once I know it's completely dry, I'm gonna go ahead and stain it over again and try to get the sides a little darker. And then yeah, I think I'll go ahead and start the clear coat after that. Yeah, another update. I just did another coat of stain, and I'm actually liking the whole dark theme to it. Hopefully it stays like this. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can see because of reflection, but since it's darker, like, you know, the bad spots all blend together and just kind of looks nicer. And I think once it gets that final coat of the shine on it, it'll look really good. I have to be very careful not to sand down too much and get rid of the stain whenever I put that clear coat on. So either way, maybe crisis averted. Hopefully this looks good when it dries.
Last level.
So now it's time to do the light sanding for the first coat. I already tried it out. So this is kind of what it looks like when you hit it with the finer sanding, and then what you do is you just go over the coat again, so it looks like that darkness. So I got a little freaked out when I saw that, but I guess that's just part of the process. So now I'm going to hit this whole thing up.
Let us begin.
So this is the new table.
Wow, wow, wow. Look at this thing. Look how cool this thing is, lads. What do you think about that?